Hey guys, Thetcglover here. As far as we know, Konami has been stringing us along with this archetype, the Noble Knights, which if you've been playing the game recently, you do know what they are, because if you've been going to sneak peeks, you will see that Konami have been giving us these cards one by one. It's come to the point where we've sort of realised that unless they give us a really good card that really sets apart the archetype apart from other ones and actually gives it an advantage, in some certain way, like maybe an Xyz monster or something like that, the actual archetype itself is actually fucking terrible. It's got these problems which are fundamental problems that affect the entire deck and cannot be changed. It's not like, oh yeah, we can give you better cards to make it better. The actual archetype itself is bad, and it will always be bad for a very few bunch of reasons. They seem to make every single card in the archetype actually really terrible. So, okay, Noble Knight Artorigus, I'll have it on the screen somewhere. 1800 attack, 1800 defense. Why not just make it 2000 or 1900? Okay, so it matches up to Thunder King Ryo, it goes up with Alexandrite Dragon or something like that. So why make it 1800? 1800 is no better than 1600 or 1700, okay? It's all grouped into the same thing because these are the attack powers that need you to have to use extra cards to get over things, okay? You do have the things like the Noble Arms cards which you can equip onto them and you can make them more powerful, you can make your opponent's monsters weaker, but in general the card is terrible. There is no reason why would you want to run an 1800 normal. I mean, it's just going to be you summon it and then they summon Thunder King and run over it. Are you going to have to use cards in your hand to make sure that your monster survives? Okay, and that's not even the worst of it, okay? It gets worse. Noble Knight Gawain, if you control the Knight Normal monster, you can special summon it. Oh, that's good. A 1900 monster you can special summon, right? Oh, it puts it in defense mode, and you can't special summon it from anywhere apart from your hand. Okay, so it puts it in defense, so you're left with a 500 defense monster that you have to Xyz with it. And there's no Xyz monster that's a Noble Knight, so they don't even utilize themselves at all. I mean, Noble Knight Gawain, you don't even need to run it in Noble Knights. You can just put it in any deck that uses light normal monsters. Like, if you use Rescue Rabbit, summon Alexandrite Dragon, make Gawain, and then you can do some stuff. But that's still stupid. That's still really inconsistent, and putting a monster in defense mode means that you're forced into Xyzing with it, which is a really stupid play when you think, oh, I have to use two cards in hand and I'm having to make an Xyz monster that's going to get destroyed anyway. So why would Konami do that? Why would they make a really good support card that has to be in defense mode? You're using up one card in your hand to make the card on the field, so you don't even gain any advantage from it, and then you have to Xyz. So that's stupid. And it gets even worse. I mean, okay, Noble Knight Artorigus was stupid, okay? Noble Knight Gawain was really stupid. And Ignoble Knight of Black Lancelin is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. It's basically a much worse Grandmaster of the Six Samurai, and that card came out years ago. That card has actually got a place in the deck because you can only control one of them, just like this card. It's got 2100 attack points, which is more than this card. You don't need to send monsters from your hand or your field to the grave to summon it. So you can just Grandmaster onto the field, add another counter onto Bushido counters onto your Six Samurai United Gateway of the Six. This card, you're forced into sending a Noble Knight from your field to the graveyard to summon it from the hand or graveyard. So it's really, what is the point? Why would you do that? You're just left with this 2000 attack monster on the field that has no real use. Okay, and if you want to get its effect off where you tribute a Noble Knight to add a Noble Arms card to your hand, you have to have two of them. So that means you could either go Rescue Rabbit, summon one, and then use the other one to ditch the other Noble Knight to get a Noble Arms card. And all the Noble Arms cards that we know of so far suck. They're really bad. They're all fucking awful, okay? I can't even pronounce it. The one that came out in Abyss Rising, Arthur Dirta, whatever, and the one that lets you target a set card and destroy it, and then your monster loses attack points. That's stupid. Nobody cares about that, okay? No one needs to do that. You could just use MST instead, okay? And then your monster doesn't lose attack points, you can actually use it for something. Because Noble Knight Artorigus is 1800, why would you want it, equip it with a card that's going to make it lose attack points? What is the point of that? It's dumb. That's just stupid. Noble Arms Caliber, which is coming out in Cosmo Blazar in the sneak peek, which we're going to have to deal with now. It gains 500 attack, and then you can gain life points once a turn. Why would anyone use that card? What benefit is there to you to use a card like that? Oh, it makes Artorigus 2300. Oh, it can't go over Lagia though. It can't do anything really that substantial at 2300 anyway. So what is the point? Lastly, Gallatin. It gains 1,000 attack, but every standby phase it loses 200. So, oh great, you get to boost your monster attack points up 1,000, but it still loses attack points anyway. And then if it leaves the field, you have to equip it onto another Noble Knight. And Noble Knights have no real way of getting on the field very quickly unless you really want to neg your hand. So what is the point of that? That's it. That's it. I've gone through all 6 of them and I hate all of them. They're all absolutely retarded, and Konami have been giving it to us instead of actual good sneak peek cards. Okay? The only decent sneak peek card that has come out in the recent years is Reborn Tengu, because it actually had a place in the decks of that meta. Okay, plants could use Tengu Synchro Tour Guide plant thing. Right, that was good, but all of these that we've been given 4 sneak peek cards that have been Noble Knights, and they're all awful. I'm out. I quit. I quit this game. I quit Noble Knights. They're just stupid. I can't quit the game because I love it too much. But Noble Knights, I collected them. I've got 3 of them, of each one, and I thought, oh yeah, they're gonna come up with a good Exceeds monster eventually. But I don't see anything. We're going to get revealed the Cosmo Blazar sneak peek cards, or sneak peek TCG exclusives, in a matter of a few days, because the sneak peek's coming up soon, and I'm not even sure we're going to get anything worthy of it. We're just going to get another Noble Arms card that doesn't do anything. Konami, what are you doing? TCG love it out, guys.